What is up, everybody? Can you hear me? That's the first question I'm going to ask. Look, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've done a solo live stream on this channel. I think it's been at least a month and a half, almost 2 months, I think. So I'm going to be a little rusty. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little tired as well, but I do have me some C4 energy, some Skittles flavor to hopefully help me get through this stream. But I'm going to need your all's help. I need you. I need you lively. I need you energetic. I need you saying stuff in the chat. This is going to be one of those old school weird live streams from back in the day. I used to do a lot of weird live streams back in the day. This is going to be like that, I think. You know, we may even throw Ratman out there. Let me just go and throw him out there. Ratman's back. Okay, he's back. Look, guys, we're going to talk about some sales tonight. It's overwhelming right now how many sales we've got going on. It's ridiculous. So I'm here. Look, don't worry. I'm not going to sit here and be like, you guys need to buy from all these different sites and everything. I'm actually going to say the opposite. We got to figure out what we're going to put our money towards. It can't go to everything. It just can't. You can't. There's just no way. So we got to decide, what are we going to spend our money on? How are we going to dole out the funds? Look, I've already spent a little money, but I'm trying to budget myself. It's crazy. Like, all these sales happening at the same time. Arrow Video started today. Arrow Video. We got Criterion. We got Kino Lorber. We got MVD, which I don't think a lot of people are talking about the MVD sale. There's some crazy deals on that. Like, some crazy deals, like Blu-rays for 99 cents, for like $3.99, and good ones, like decent ones. So not a lot of people are talking about that. I'm going to dive into some Vinegar Syndrome stuff as well. They don't have a sale per se, but they are doing daily deals right now for their subscriber week. And then I'm going to go into some of the new titles that they announced this past Monday, I believe, on July the 1st. But look, guys, first things first, I asked you guys if you could hear me. I'm assuming that you guys can hear me because I never checked in chat. Loud and clear. Thank you, BMG. And that's all I need. Loud and clear. That's it. That's all that matters, right? But yeah, guys, look, it's been a hell of a month. I'm just looking to kind of chill and relax with you guys tonight. I started a new job. Things are going well. It's a good place. I'm glad to be there. I'm glad to have found something after, losing my other one. For those of y'all that don't know, my company decided to close its doors, and my job wasn't there anymore. So I had to find another place. And that happened at the beginning of April. Found somewhere, but my schedule's different. And it's been different to adjust to that and still try to maintain the same video output and schedule that I've always done. Which I told people that I put out a video and I was like, well, things might be dying down a little bit. They haven't really. I've still been trying to maintain it. So I'll be honest, it's a little exhausting. Plus it's summertime. My kids are home from school. So the only real time I have to do like live streams and record stuff is like pretty much like 9:30 to midnight at night. And I pretty much have to lose sleep if I want to get anything done, anything watched. So the live streams have been pretty much non-existent since then because I've been trying to figure out how to incorporate those back into the channel. Luckily, tomorrow is July the 4th. I'm off work. So I figured I could squeeze in this live stream right here, right now. Plus, we got tons of sales to talk about. Interesting time for physical media, I would say. But let's get into the chat, guys. Trekkernauts is here. What is up, Trekkernaut? Hey, we also got Adrian James. Hello, Ken. How are you doing, pal? Thank you for being here, Adrian. I appreciate all of you all for being here. 124 people. Thank you all so much. I was worried after not going live for like 2 months that there would be like 50 people in here tonight. There's 124 people. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate the hell out of you all. Let me know in the chat, guys, where are you going to spend the bulk of your money? I imagine a lot of people are going to be trying to figure out how to spend it in different boutique labels and companies, different sales. But where are you the most concentrated? What label, what sale are you the most concentrated on? And why? Let me know why too. But we got Antonis and I'm not even going to try to, and I can't pronounce it, man. I'm sorry. My brain is mashed potatoes at all times. I'm not even going to pretend it's because I'm tired. Hello with a nice Chucky symbol. I love it, man. I love it. We got Gus in here. My man, Gus. What's going on, Gus? Gus sent me a picture of the Columbia Classics Volume 5 set. I don't know if that's officially announced or if there's just like an image circling around. But what did I say to you, Gus? I said I called that earlier this year. I said they will do 2 volumes in 2024. If anybody goes back to my unboxing of Volume 4, maybe I said it on a different video. I don't know. But I was like, you know what? It's the 100th anniversary for Sony. And they missed a year. They're going to do 2 of these things this year. And that is exactly what they're doing. And I also am going to make another prediction. I think they're going to do another Sony Classic Pictures edition as well, another 11 film box set for the anniversary. But Gus, thank you so much for being here. We also got Dimension Scott. Yo, what's up, Ken? Thank you for being here, Dimension. We got John Doe Juggalo. What's going on, Johnny? We got Adrian said hello again. We got Emmett in the chats. Guys, and this can be like a Q&A too. If y'all have any questions you want to ask, you want to throw out there, whatever, just do it. Just do it. I don't care. BMG 501, glad to be here. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you being here. We're not doing any fireworks now on the stream. I can't shoot off fireworks in this room. That would be dangerous for my physical media collection behind me. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that, Emmett. Okay. Are you happy the DCEU finally ended? Be honest, did it end? What did it end with? Aquaman? I could care less at this point. I honestly, I don't even care about James Gunn's DC movies. I'll see Superman probably, but I don't even think those movies are going to be successful. I think people are just done with comic book movies, and maybe I don't know. I'm gonna make a prediction right now. James Gunn's Superman movie is going to open to 75 million, and it's going to be one of the most disappointing openings of all time because they're probably going to spend like 400 million to make it. That's it. And I think it's going to fail before it even gets out of the gate. Daniel Hernandez, what's up, Ken? What's up, Daniel? MP says, hey, Ken, thanks for keeping me company while I work. Well, I'm glad to be that person, okay, to keep you company at work. It is live, Ricky. We are live and in color, hopefully. Hopefully I'm not broadcasting in black and white. I also got Return of the Living Dead. I decided to put that on the screen. For one, it's a moving screen, so it won't click off. At least I hope it won't while I'm doing the live. And for another, because it's a Return of the Living Dead day, apparently. July the 3rd. That's what it says at the bottom of the screen when the movie starts. That movie also takes place like literally 15 minutes away from me right now. In Louisville, Kentucky. Let's see. We got Matthew Guy. Yes. Media Play. Hey, Ken, interested to get your thoughts on the Vinegar Syndrome titles on sale today. So quick thoughts. We'll get into it here in a second, but I thought that the first 2 days were not very interesting. Not that they weren't very interesting, but the prices were just too high. I'm like, these are too high to be considered good sale prices for these titles. Today, there was a couple that I did purchase, but we'll get into it. What's up, Tony? My good friend, Tony. I miss Tony. I really miss Tony. I haven't done the roundtables in a while, so I don't get my monthly fix of Tony, and I got to fix that. I got to bring those back. But Tony, if you're watching, just know that I miss you and I love you. We got Emmett here. What movies do you have to watch on the 4th of July? I don't know if I'll get around to watching anything. I gotta watch Twister. That's a priority. I'm gonna try to wake up early tomorrow and just get this knocked out, crank the sound up and just enjoy Twister on 4K. I just watched this a couple of weeks ago, but this is a movie that I can just watch over and over again. I love it so much. And I am genuinely, even though I just watch it, I'm genuinely excited to see what this looks like on 4K. I'm so excited to see what it looks like on the OLED. So that will be one that I probably will watch tomorrow because I got to get a review filmed for that ASAP. I would love to have time to watch Jaws. I would love to have time to watch Independence Day. Those are two staples that I feel like I usually rotate. It's like Jaws one year and then it's Independence Day the next year. So maybe I'll, if the family is willing, or maybe at least my son, I'll bring him down here and we can watch Independence Day because I don't think he's ever seen it. We watched Jaws last year and Jaws 2. I watched both of those on the 4th of July. I got to wait for my Jaws 3 and Jaws 4, The Revenge. I'm excited for those on 4K. Let's see. Loud and clear. Hey, chats. Jeff, Tony. I ordered Brazil Criterion Edition via Amazon. I wanted that like a couple of years ago. I think I put that on my wish list, but I never got it because I realized that I just don't vibe with Terry Gilliam. I don't think, but that's not fair to say because I haven't seen enough of his films. But I'm honestly not a huge fan of 12 Monkeys. I'm not a huge fan of 12 Monkeys, so I'll say that. Let me take a drink, guys. We got 158 people watching. Thank you all so much. But I'm seeing that we only have 50 likes. If you guys can help me get those likes up, it really helps the stream. Like legitimately helps the stream, helps the channel, helps me feel better about myself and what I'm doing here tonight with you all. So I would appreciate that support. 51 likes. We got 51 likes. Let's see if we can get that up to 100 at least, please. Then the next, like, I don't know, 2 minutes. That would be incredible if you all could do that. I mean, there's 163 people in here. I'm only asking for 50 of you all to like. Let's see. Hey, mom. Somebody's mom's in here? Whose mom's in here? Oh, you're all talking about Jane Doe? Let's see. Jedi Warrior, where the hell is that Hitcher 4K release? They said pre-order and release within a week or two, about 2 weeks ago. I anticipate they said a couple of weeks and they announced that when Your Next was announced. Wasn't Your Next announced a couple of weeks ago this Friday? So I anticipate that'll be this Friday. I anticipate that'll be this Friday. It has to be, right? They said a couple. They said a couple weeks, didn't they? It has to be. And they announce everything on Fridays usually. So let's July the 5th. I think that Hitcher 4K is coming. What's going on, AVA Pop Culture? How you doing, man? Go check out AVA Pop Culture. I know he's got a new channel that he started. I've been enjoying some of his content. I've already spent 140 on Criterion. See, that was the range I was going to spend, but I don't even know if I'm going to spend. I might have to cut something off my wish list. I'm going to try to also, guys, go to Barnes & Noble tomorrow as well. So we'll see how that works out. I need to wake up early and watch Twister on 4K, go to Barnes & Noble, so I can get my Criterions, at least 4 of them that were on my wish list. So I'm going to at least spend 100 because that Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid's like $35. I haven't watched it yet, Kevin. Haven't watched it yet. Let's see. Sadly, I learned that the local theater I was going to decide to close down this week. I know how you feel, man. Like, to be honest, like that has led to a decrease in interest for me personally going to the theater because now I have to drive like 30 to 40 minutes to get to a theater now. And I used to have a theater like 2 minutes away and it shut down during the pandemic and it broke my heart because I went to that theater like for everything. Like it wasn't the biggest theater, like it didn't have IMAX and stuff like that. But if I just wanted to see a movie in the theaters, like I just go right down the road 2 minutes and they usually had a lot of the big releases, but they also had some of the smaller stuff as well. And I would go to that theater to see all kinds of stuff because I would go to the theater like once or twice a week, like back in I'd say from 2015 to like 2019, like I would see like 2 movies a week in the theaters. But I just don't have the time. I just, especially with having the channel and a job and wife and kids and all that stuff. I just don't have the time to drive 30 minutes to go see a movie that's usually nowadays 2.5 hours long, 30 minutes of previews. It's like, that's like 4.5 hour round trip. I can't devote that time anymore. But when it was like 2 minutes away, like I would go sneak over there, like a later showing, 8:30, 9 o'clock, get it knocked out, home by 11, and everybody's happy. But I know how you feel, man. It sucked. Mike K, I'm new to building a collection. I've maxed out. I maxed all cards, credit in the past few days with all the deals from these different places. Mike, don't do that, man. Don't do that. It's overwhelming. I get it when you first get into it because I was the same way. Well, when I first got into it, I feel like I budgeted and I didn't spend more than I think 150 to 200 a month. Usually when I first got into it, It wasn't until like I started the channel and just got way more into boutique labels and stuff that I just freaking went nuts. But it is not worth maxing out your credit cards. It's not worth that. Spend within your means. Figure out how to. I'm going to help you all tonight. I'm going to help you figure out what sales you should be tackling, what can wait for later. We're going to try to get into that together tonight, but definitely don't max out your credit cards. Get some things that you're really interested in, a few titles, and be done with it, because some of these sales, they'll be back. A lot of these sales will be back, and a lot of these titles that are on sale now will be on sale in the future. You don't have to get it all now. There will be plenty left over. Ken, when are you going full time on YouTube? I don't know, probably never. That sounds very stressful. I like to do this for fun. And if I did that, it would not be fun anymore. I already grappled with that a little bit when I found out I was losing my job. And I'm like, oh my goodness. If I don't find something else, YouTube really is going to be my full-time job until I find something. But luckily I found something. So the idea of that like scared me. Like when I had that brief window where I thought it might happen. Um, so I don't know. I like having a steady job, steady income. I mean, I got a family to take care of, so I can't just go rogue and, you know, rely on YouTube and monetization, which is up and down. So yeah. Is it the same type of work? It is. It is. I've always done warehouse work, shipping, receiving, things like that. I've been doing that since I was 18. So it's another warehouse. I'm a supervisor at another warehouse. Um, so yeah, it's a good place though. Tony is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Uh, probably not. I probably won't. I didn't hate that movie though. It's not a bad movie. It's just one that it's not jumping out to me that I need it on 4K. Just the same as Child's Play remake. It's like I like the Child's Play remake, but I don't need it right now. Maybe later, you know, maybe later. But no, I'm not going to get The Boy on 4K. But the other four titles, I might. You know, I'm going to get Amityville, Stepfather. What were the other ones? The Strangers. Like I need The Strangers. I don't have that at all. And I forget the other one, but all four titles I was interested in. I was down for. So that was actually a pretty cool month for me. And I think that I honestly think it's the best month that Scream Factory has had all year. I really do. For me personally, because it was more horror based, and that's what I'm looking for Scream Factory. I know there's been some months with a lot of great variety, but last month this really didn't do it for me. Like Bill and Ted, like I'm not a huge Bill and Ted guy, and Poltergeist 2, I like it, but it's pales in comparison to the first one, except for Reverend Kane, who's great in that movie. But other than that, I think it's a pretty big step down from the first Poltergeist film. That's just my opinion, though. And then I forget the other stuff they announced, but this month it was like 4 solid titles that I could actually see myself getting and enjoying, and I'm actually kind of excited about. So, but not The Boy. The Boy was not one of them. And people were hyping up that Doomsday movie by Neil Marshall, so that might be a possibility too. 215 people in the chat. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it. And we got 92 likes right now. So I appreciate that as well. Almost to 100. 200 Criterion and 100 Kino. Yikes, got ordered. Village of the Damned 2, guilty. Village of the Damned. That was the other one. I kind of want that extra slip that Mexi Funk did, because that's a badass slip cover. But I don't know if I need that. Mortem says, I'm back to collecting after 700 miles to another state. New job here too. Picked up several titles this week. Nice. When you have the time. Yeah. I'm trying to keep it rolling, man. I'm trying to keep it rolling. I mean, I got all kinds of stuff that keeps coming in that I got to cover and talk about, and we got news. So it's like, I've got plenty of stuff to do. I'm feeling the pressure to keep it rolling. 2025, huh? No, I don't even like the first species that much. Like I got that on 4K and I was like, oh, I remember liking this when I was a kid and I watched it and I was like, oh God, this kind of sucks. So I don't know what the second one, but I've got that 88 films, I think 4-pack of all of the films on Blu-ray. So it's like I don't need to upgrade those to 4K. And I was not that impressed with the Species 4K. Yeah, I like Scream Factory. I like Scream Factory for the horror titles. That's what I like them for. So when there's a month where it's like mostly Shout Factory, Shout Select stuff. Like I think some of that stuff's pretty good, but um, I like the cool horror titles. That's what I want out of Scream Factory. So if there's a month where they only announce like one of those, it doesn't really get my juices flowing. I hit up Barnes and Noble. It'd been a while since I got some Criterions. Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm excited. The whole Barnes and Noble Criterion sale experience is always pretty fun. It's fun to walk in there and come out with Criterions that are less than they usually are. Even if it's only $7 less than they usually are, it's still fun. It's an experience, and it's also just fun seeing everybody else enjoy it and stock up on Criterions and see people's pictures and videos. And I think it's a fun time. It's a fun time for physical media, and it's the only time of the year I feel like Criterion's like truly exciting, at least for me. Oh yeah, Jim. Oh yeah, I still got 3 4Ks I need to go back in there and get, but I'm trying to restrain myself. Free shipping, yeah. My money is going to Best Buy credit card fees from last year. It's tater tots. Thank you, Jim. Is that better than mashed potatoes? You can't beat the Kino sale. I agree. Watch Maxine tonight. Oh, is that out, man? Nice. I'm glad people are liking it. I'm hearing good things about it. I'm excited to see it. I really am. Even though I didn't love X, I liked it. I just thought it was a little bit overhyped. I do want to rewatch it though, because I really liked Pearl a lot. And I feel like that movie will kind of recontextualize my thoughts on X. So I want to rewatch X before I watch Maxine, because that movie leads into Maxine. But everything I've seen from Maxine, I'm super excited about it. But the one I'm really excited about, the more I'm seeing of it, because I didn't really watch a trailer until like a couple of days ago. I've just kind of seen images from it. But Long Legs, I'm like freaking chomping at the bit to get to watch that. Like it just feels like a modern Silence of the Lambs, and I'm so down for that. And the fact that Nicolas Cage, is the killer, and they haven't really even showed him at all, it just makes me very intrigued to see that movie. So I'm excited for Long Legs, probably a little bit more than Maxine, to be honest. But I'm excited for both. This is a good month for horror. Really good month for horror. Brainer954 says, I bought 2 Criterion titles so far, Raging Bull and Repo Man. I need to go through Arrow, see if there's anything I need. Yeah, we'll go through that together, because that just started today, I think. I've been focused on Criterion this month. It's a boutique label. I have the least of taking advantage of the BNN sale and reward program. Nice. Yeah, I don't have the Barnes and Noble rewards or the card and all that kind of stuff. Oh, Cool Duder's mother's here. I'm honored. I can't get Cool Duder in my chat, but I can get Cool Duder's mother. I mean, he can't live with me for the summer. I got my own kids to take care of. Cool Duder's mother, but I wouldn't, if he wanted to come over and hang out, for a day, and maybe we can go to Walmart together. That would be cool. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Not wasting my money till Severance sale. Yeah, there's a Severance sale on the horizon. Very smart of them to hold off, a little bit. But I don't know. That could be kind of dumb, because everybody will have blown all their money before the Severance sale starts and they don't have anything left. I need to stock up on, I honestly do need some Severance titles. I need to dive a little bit more into that label. So maybe I do need to set aside some funds to get a few titles from them as well. Plus I got to order Opera. So I'm already ordering one thing from them. So, I'll just add a few more things. And I got a $10 coupon because of this, Kathy's Curse non light up cover right here. Did I even talk about this yet? I don't even think I've dropped this video on the channel. We'll talk about that later. Sorry, guys. I jumped ahead of myself. I filmed that video like 5 days ago, but I just realized I haven't even put that out yet. Okay, we won't get into that. Does it light up? Does it not? You'll find out in that video. But I did get that $10 coupon. Let's see. Got three titles from the Barnes and Noble Criterion, and four from Kino Lorber, two from Amazon. I'm all over. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Yeah, man, I get it. Like I'm all over the place as well. It's hard. It almost makes you feel like I'm just gonna stay out of all of it. You know, there's like so much, and I really like honestly, guys. You know it. I don't need anything else. I really don't need anything else. But it's really hard. Like with Criterion at this point, like there's some titles they put out this year that I just want to go ahead and grab, like Bound and Peeping Tom. So those kind of titles I just want to go ahead and get. Like I'm not even looking to go back and stock up on older titles because I have a lot of the stuff that I would have wanted. And plus, like some of their older Blu-rays, I'm afraid that they're going to upgrade to 4K, so I don't even want to go back and get those. But the newer 4Ks that came out this year, like I needed to stock up on some of those. So that's what I use the Criterion sale for. But the Kino sale, it's like I just keep jumping in and grabbing these $10 Blu-rays with the slip covers, and I've got so many back there I haven't watched yet that I have to get into. Favorite horror icon? That's a good question, Gustavo. That's a tough one though for me. 5 years ago, I probably would have said Michael Myers, but I wasn't a huge fan of this recent trilogy. I thought there was some good and bad about it, but at this point, ah, damn. I'll probably just say Freddy. I'll probably just say Freddy, and part of me thinks that's because I just miss him and want another movie. So I'll say Freddy right now. Independence Day. I think Independence Day is a great movie to watch on 4th of July. Everybody's going to see Maxine. Quiet Place Day 1. Yeah, I want to go see. There's a lot of good movies in the theaters. I wish I, could go out and see. I'm not focused on a particular label. Just buy what I like from whatever label or studio is able to release the title I want to really like it. And that's a good way to look at it. I mean, get the stuff that you like, that you're interested in. Well, Shout Factory's not doing Friday the 13th. Arrow is. Do I think they're going to do another one? I would say no. Unless they did Jason Goes to Hell, like I would be over the moon because I love Jason Goes to Hell. If they did that one, like I would freak out. Like a nice box set release of Jason Goes to Hell, I would quit collecting. Like I would be done. Done. That's it. That's my dream. Jason Goes to Hell Arrow video box set. Hell yes. No, my Walmarts don't have that section yet. I need to check a couple more. Maybe I'll check a couple more Walmarts tomorrow when I'm out. Oh, damn, I love The Patriot. The Patriot's such a good movie. But Independence Day is so damn nostalgic, but so is The Patriot, to be honest. I'd say as a movie, I think The Patriot is the better film. Um, that's tough. I'll just go with the better film because I really love both of them and I'm nostalgic for both of them. The Patriots. I'll say The Patriot. And I need to rewatch that sometime very soon. I think The Patriot is Roland Emmerich's best movie, though. Like by far. That's a great war movie. Fantastic war movie. I love that movie. Night Gallery seasons from Kino. Other than that, waiting for next Screen Factory sale. Nice, nice, nice. Favorites, I'd say right now it's probably Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and my least favorite is Leatherface. Leatherface. That's just boring. We got a movie sign. Independence Day. When are you going to do your entire Screen Factory video? Well, I mean, I did that like what, a year ago, Kevin? I think I did that a year ago. So go check that out. I think it was exactly a year ago. I haven't collected too many more Screen Factories since then, so it's pretty updated. Yeah, we definitely do, Tony. We definitely do. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great movies out there. There's a lot of movies that you're nostalgic for and grew up with, and yeah, a lot of good stuff. What do you have against the monkeys? What monkeys, Gus? I like the monkeys. Do you have Lawrence of Arabia 4K Steelbook? I do. I do. It's on the floor somewhere. I did get a new shelf. I'm going to be assembling that at some point so I can get my steelbooks up off the floor because they're still there. It's been a rough last 3 or 4 months, guys. It has been. What's up, Joe? How you doing, buddy? JB Patton's here. Oh, you all are talking the monkeys. You talking about 12 Monkeys? I got you now. Fear and Loathing is good. I need to rewatch that though. Well, since you mentioned it, Brian, let's go ahead and jump into the deals and the Vinegar Syndrome announcements. I do want to do that. All right, pulling up Vinegar Syndrome. So this is the daily deals, and it is subscriber week. So you have the chance to subscribe to Vinegar Syndrome if you choose this week only. And this is a half a year subscription. So I don't know exactly how much that is for a half a year subscription. Okay, it's $4.75 for domestic US for standard shipping for Vinegar Syndrome subscription at the halfway point. So you should get everything in July, August, September, October, November, December they take off. So for 5 months. So 5 months of releases you'll get if you sign up now for the halfway subscription. Expect slight delays, subscriber pricing and discounts. So this is pretty much, your second chance. And they let you know like a lot of stuff that's coming. I'm not going to break everything down, guys, because I'd be here all night. But they announced some stuff on their site that they're going to be doing for the rest of the year to kind of entice you to sign up. But in addition to that, this week, they usually do daily deals. They're announcing new titles for July. And they let you know all that stuff in advance. So July the 1st, which was Monday, they announced 3 regular Vinegar Syndrome titles and 14 partner label releases. And they had daily deals on Blu-ray slipcovers. Now, the daily deals on Monday were like $15. They were $15 for the Blu-rays. And their 10th anniversary subscriber week, which they said they would never do anything like that again. So I get it. $10 for the daily deals. And the last year's subscriber week, I think in the summertime, or maybe I'm talking about the one at the beginning of this year, $12 for the Blu-rays, 15 now. But today they were 13, so they were a little bit cheaper. So I was happy about that. They announced the cinematography. They announced a VSP today. And there's more daily deals on slipcovers. Tomorrow's merch day, daily deals on standard editions. So that's probably going to be Blu-rays with no slipcovers. And when you purchase these, you can get 5 times the Vinegar Syndrome member club points. So I definitely utilize those. Like I'll get the random $5 off, $10 off coupons. So definitely sign up for the membership on Vinegar Syndrome website to take advantage of those deals. One Negasser videos coming out on July the 5th, plus more Blu-ray slipcovers and the daily deals. One Vinegar Syndrome archive is on the 6th, which is that Saturday? I think it's Saturday. Daily deal, Blu-ray slipcovers on Saturday. Then we got one Vinegar Syndrome Labs announced next Sunday, and there's daily deals on 4Ks. So hopefully their 4Ks are not 25 like they were yesterday. I think yesterday was boxes, but there were some 4Ks in there, like Killer Condom for $25. That's just not low enough. Like if they would have put Killer Condom at 20, I might have got it, maybe. But 25, I'm still not getting Killer Condom. That thing's gonna be in stock forever. Who's buying Killer Condom? Like it's a really cool box set, but who's buying that? to be honest. All right, let's jump back out. We'll look at the deals, the daily deals I got on here today. But every single day, guys, just get on the Vinegar Syndrome website, hit the daily deals tab, and they're gonna have new deals every single day. Oh, right here they're letting you know the prices. So tomorrow it's $10 standard Blu-rays with no slipcovers. I didn't even see that. Sunday the 4Ks are going to be $20, but they were 18. Like I think the sale last year they were $18. So, but I get it, inflation, right? $13 though on all these. Buried Alive I haven't watched. It's not great, but it's got a lot of recognizable people in it, like Donald Pleasance is in it, Neil Long's in it. So if you just want to see some stars, in a schlocky B horror movie slasher from the 80s, maybe check that out. But what I got was Curse of the Screaming Dead, and I got Devil's Story. Curse of the Screaming Dead, like there's a bonus movie in there. And there's also like 2 documentaries on the movies that are included here. So I thought with all that value, $13 was worth it. And that was I think 2 discs. Yeah, it was 2 discs. 2 discs on that set. And then I got Devil's Story, which sounded pretty interesting. But those were the 2 I bought today for $13. A lot of these other ones, a couple of them I bought in past sales, but I just don't have any interest in the rest of these. So I didn't get them. I did not get them. But that's the deals for today. We can back out and get into the announcements. So on Monday, they announced Intrepidus Punks, Vengeance of the Punks, a 2-movie pack. They also announced a Chinese torture chamber story, 1 and 2, 2-pack of that. And they announced Reptilicus on 4K. Reptilicus on 4K. So what do you guys think about that? What do you think about Reptilicus? Is this some kind of like Godzilla knockoff, like Gorgo or something? What is this? Look at that. Yeah, this is like a Godzilla kaiju type movie, it looks like. What is that? This looks ridiculous, but it's on 4K. So yeah, this is one. Reptilicus will be in the 2027 subscriber week 4K UHD daily deals because nobody's buying this. Nobody's buying Reptilicus on 4K. How many? They made 6,000 of these editions. And there's still over 1,000 left in stock. There's probably 5,500 left in stock. So there you go. Are you buying Reptilicus? Let me know in the comment section. The chat. But if you're watching on the replay, the comment section. So the cinematography, The Last Embrace. This is a 4K. This is Roy Scheider film. I haven't seen this movie. So I am collecting these. I'm not. There's still over 2,000 left in stock. They printed 6,000 of these. I'm not in a hurry to pick this up. I don't think The Last Embrace is going to sell out. I haven't watched my last 2 cinematography titles. I will get this at some point. But I don't feel the need to grab it now. I think I'll be okay to wait for The Last Embrace. But, cool. I like this line. I just need to watch Touch and what was the other one? Dangerous Game or something. We also got 8 Eyes. We got 8 Eyes. I think this is a movie they said they produced. Vinegar Syndrome produced or something. So there has to be a newer movie. Yeah, it's a 2023 movie. Commentary track. You got a lot of interviews here. So yeah, I don't know what 8 Eyes is. Let me know if it's any good. But apparently Vinegar Syndrome helped with this movie in some way. I'm not exactly sure how, but they did. But that's cool. 8 Eyes. This is a VSP title. And that's it, guys. That's everything. If you want to subscribe, you can. You got daily deals every day until Sunday. And we got new title announcements every day. So Cool. But the only one of these titles that I'm going to get is Last Embrace at some point. I just don't know when. But let me back out of this. And we'll jump back into the chat for a bit. Glad that you all are answering, though. Been focused on Criterion, picked up Thelma and Louise 4K, Wally 4K, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas 4K, After Hours 4K, Blue Velvet 4K, Blowout 4K, Days of Heaven 4K, Blowout 4K. That's a great 4K. Yeah, the thing I was going to say about Criterion, guys, and this goes into just how my mind works as far as strategically during this time, is these titles are not going out of prints. These titles don't have limited packaging. They're not titles you have to worry about buying right away. So with Criterion, and I get it, if you love Criterion, you wait for the sale all year and you put most of your money into the Criterion sale and you want to buy a bunch of Criterions, that's fine. But one thing to think about going into all these sales is all these Criterion titles, I would say 99% of them, they'll be there in November. They'll be there for the flash sale in the fall. They'll be there. So you don't have to get all the Criterions that you can handle now because you know another sale like this is coming in just 5 months. Just 5 months, we're getting another Criterion sale in November. Now, maybe that's not guaranteed, but just going off of how things have went for the past like 10 years, I don't know how long Barnes & Noble has done this sale. We'll have it again in November. So you don't have to go full bore on Criterion. You could get 2 or 3 of the ones you really want and then put more of your attention in some of the other sales if you wanted to do that. But to me, Criterion's not as dire. Like, I do want to get those couple titles that I want, like Bound and Peeping Tom, but I don't have to go crazy because there'll be a flash sale. There'll be the November sale. So that's one thing to think about when you're talking about Criterion Collection and the Barnes & Noble sale. But let me just bring up the Criterion real quick because I do have it here. And I've got all these sales linked down below, guys. I got the Barnes & Noble website, the MVD sale, Kino Lorber sale, Camp Arrow sale, Vinegar Syndrome daily deals. All that stuff is linked down below if you want to check it out. But here's the Criterion sites. But even like the limited packaging sets, like the Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid 4K, it's always going to have that packaging. Like it's not going to have a standard edition 4K in 6 months when they run out of that packaging. They're going to keep it in that packaging. That's what Criterion's always done. Like you can still get Thelma and Louise in the Digipack. You can still get Malcolm X in the Digipack. That stuff hasn't run out. So their stuff isn't limited. You don't have to worry about that kind of stuff with the Criterion Collection. But Risky Business, you can pre-order $25. I do want Risky Business, but again, it's one that I just watched on Blu-ray. I know it's going to look really great on 4K, but it's one I can pick up in November or even next summer. Like I can grab it. But yeah, all these, they got different sections. They got 50% off Criterion Collection bestsellers. They got director approved sections, Asian cinema. Definitely, guys, look, the Godzilla set, I mean, that thing's still in print. Like, you would think that maybe the Godzilla set would be the one that would run out. Like, maybe that wouldn't be in print for forever. But it's still in print. Like, you can still pick up this big, gaudy, freaking Godzilla book thing that I don't even know if I would want that. I don't even know where I would display it. It's just weird. But you can still get that. It's not out. The only thing I've ever seen them run out of, somebody else can name another example. The only thing I've ever seen them run out of was Rosemary's Baby. And I think that's just because they lost the rights to it. So, and I did get a super chat, guys. Let me answer this real quick. $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Aaron Lewis. I am a big fan of Stain, so thank you so much for joining the chat, or I used to be anyway. Why no Greasy Strangler 4K? Come on. You would think somebody put that out by now. Jeez. Vinegar Syndrome would be the ones to do it. Definitely. Maybe Severin. Maybe Criterion. I can see maybe Criterion doing it. But thank you so much, Aaron, for the $2 super chat. Let me play you a little clip. Let's go with some. You know what? I'm gonna go with my pal Pinhead.
We'll tear your soul apart.
I think Pinhead matches the feel of Criterion. I think he does. I really need to update my clips. But thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we were talking about the Godzilla set. But yeah, that's still available. Got House. I started watching House and I got 20 minutes into it and I didn't finish it. I need to go back and finish it. It seemed pretty wild from the start, but I heard it gets crazier. But yeah, a lot of good stuff in the Criterion sale, but this is stuff that's been there. Like a lot of this stuff has been there forever and it's not leaving anytime soon. Let me just make sure we can still get some of these. The Malcolm X 4K. That's the Blu-ray edition. And there's a 4K edition still available, so you can still get it. It's still there, guys. But let me show you all this sale right here. This is the sale that needs your attention right now. The MVD Summer Sale. If you're interested in these titles, but just look at these prices. Look at these prices. Mikey is $8.99. Angel Town $7.99. You got a movie called Blast. I'm sure it's a blast. Looks like a Die Hard ripoff. $1.99. House on Sorority Row $7.99. So if you want to stock up on some of these MVD Rewind titles, Boogie Boy is freaking $2.99. I've got a lot of these already in my collection. You got an Ice-T film for $1.99. You got One Dark Night for $7.99. Final Justice is $6.99. Django, sorry guys. I haven't said Django that way in such a long time. $6.99. My Friend Dahmer, $2.99. Snapdragon $4.99. This Tom Savini documentary, Smoke and Mirrors, is $2.99. 5/25/77, which is a Star Wars documentary, $3.99. Coming at You is $3.99. RoboCop the series on Blu-ray is $14.99. The Invitation, which is a great film, I need to get this in the collection. $4.99. I don't think I've ever seen that Blu-ray go under $20 on Amazon, and it's $4.99 in this sale. That's great. So yeah, just some good stuff. $2.99. Like, it's crazy. I can't speak for the quality of some of these. I can't speak for the quality of gore horror on DVD for $4.95. But you know what? Maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's worth it. So pretty much just the first page. After that, you're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel. Kind of going into the more niche, we'll say, crap titles. But, you know, the first page, there's some MVD rewinds. There's some good films. Cannibal Creek on DVD is $1.99. Okay, I can't talk about those titles with a straight face. But that's a really good sale. I mean, if you want to stock up on some of those MVD rewinds, like you get like 5 of them for $25 or something. Really good sale. So, and we'll dive into. Well, I'll save Kino Lorber. We'll save Kino Lorber. I'm gonna save Arrow Video for last. Let's see. Spent about 3. Where was I at? Jesse Love. Hey, Ken, I've been so curious what kind of order and how do you have your collection sorted? So I've done videos on this, Jesse, just Blu-ray collection videos, but pretty much I sort by format and label. boutique labels. So I've got all my 4Ks are on that shelf in the corner. Studio 4Ks, regular studio 4Ks. Well, actually, they're on the top. And then when you get lower, some of the more obscure boutique labels. This shelf's Arrow. Half of it's Arrow. The other half is Criterion, I think. This shelf, you got Vinegar Syndrome, Scream Factory, Kino Lorber, Umbrella. So I sort by boutique labels. Then I got 2 complete shelves over there with just regular Blu-rays. And then all my steelbooks are on the floor. So I try to sort that way. I'm just not a fan. It would probably make things easier to find stuff, but I'm not a fan of alphabetical order for everything. Sorry, guys, I got to move. I'm not a fan of alphabetical order, like putting every title in alphabetical order, boutique, mixing it all up. I hate that. I just don't like the look of it. No disrespect to anybody that does their collection that way. Everybody has their own way of organizing. But for me, I can't do that for everything. For my 4Ks, my studio 4Ks are alphabetized. My Blu-rays, regular Blu-rays, are alphabetized, loose alphabetical. Boutiques, I don't have in any kind of order. They're just all together. But I have to have that boutique label separation. Because my Vinegar Syndrome titles, they look great all together. Second Sight looks great all together. Arrow looks great all together. I just like to keep everything together. So that's how I do it. But we did get another super chat from Antonis. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Do you own the Phantasm collection from Welgo USA? I own the 2 movie collection from Welgo USA that they put out in 2021 that had the messed up disc, or I think it was part 2 was not a 4K. I can't remember exactly what the issue was with that set. But I never got like that sphere set or anything like that. So that's the only collection that I have from Welgo USA. And to be honest, I've only seen the first 2 Phantasms. I have not seen 3, 4, and Ravager. I haven't heard the best things about Ravager though. I've heard that 3 and 4 are passable sequels, so I do want to check those out at some point. But thank you so much for the super chat, Antonis. Let's give you the classic, the oldie but goodie, good old Al.
She got a great ass, and you got your head all the way up it.
Hell yeah. You don't beat a classic like that. You just don't. All right, guys, I'm going to have to run through this chat. We're about to run through the chats. I'm sorry if I miss anybody. Let's see. Oh, Joe said he spent Kino, Criterion, MVD. MVD sale was good. It was good. Are you going to Barnes & Noble 4th of July? So, Rob, I checked my local Barnes & Noble, their 4th of July times, they just closed 2 hours early, but they're going to be open. They're going to be open. What's up, Bright? I think they'll be open. Yeah, they just closed early. Got my Twister Steelbook today. Hadn't seen it since it came out. Watched it today. Great movie and the sound on the surround. Nice to hear, Mike. Nice to hear. Man, I love Twister so much. You know, there's parts of it that are a little cheesy, but damn it, I just love that movie. I love everything about it. Everything about it. Oh my good, Notorious Nemo. You got to pay that off, man. I'm joking, but seriously, you needed a 10K a year to keep up with the year. So, I mean, look, I did the audits last year. I'm not so much keeping track of my finances this year, but I can't. Did I spend 10K last year or was it like 95 or something? But like we added it all up in the last audit back in January. Everything I spent for last year, I think it was like 9,600 or something like that. I don't think I got to quite 10K. But like October was crazy. Like there were some months that were just freaking insane that I don't ever want to spend that kind of money on physical media ever again. Spreading it around, a handful of Criterion titles, 20 or so per day on Vinegar Syndrome. Pre-order from Arrow, Shout, Scream Factory, 4 or 5 Kino titles, stay on target, don't overbuy. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Yeah, I'm hoping to get find a couple more daily deals from Vinegar that I want to add, because if not, I'll feel like I wasted the shipping. Now I've got free shipping on whatever I add to it. So I need to at least get a couple more titles. Nice. Look, I reviewed Taxi Driver on 4K 3 years ago, and I remember it being a great 4K. So I'm glad that everybody's getting to enjoy that disc now. They got the Steelbook. Yeah. Hey, I've been eating peanut butter and jelly like every day for the past 3 weeks, so I get it. What's your favorite box sets that I have? Shit. Last year they did a lot of them. Like, I love the Psycho 4K set. I love the Hellraiser 4K set. Obviously, Friday the 13th. Damn, there's a lot of them. The Super Mario Brothers set they released this year is freaking incredible. The Chucky set I love. So yeah, those are just a few. But my all-time favorite is the Nightmare on Elm Street DVD set. That's my all-time favorite. Oh, we got Snake Plissken in here. What's up, Daniel? I've been noticing Redbox around me shutting down. Any thoughts on having an effect on physical media? Look, I noticed, not the other day, but I've noticed over the past year, my Redbox has not changed their selection. It's been the same movies for the past like 9 or 10 months. So I knew something was up. They haven't changed anything. They used to change it all the time. Like all the little placards on the inside of it, the selection and what movies they have. So yeah, that's for the mainstream audience, right? And if collecting really is going more niche and more towards the collector market, then it would make sense that not as many people visit the red boxes anymore. Because let's be honest, people that were visiting the red boxes were the people that just wanted those quick movie nights, disposable films they could just watch and return. And now we got all these streaming services and all that kind of stuff that are putting a lot of these new movies that come out in the theaters on their service within like 2 months. So it's like, what is the red box really good for anymore? It's like, for most people, it's like anything you get at the red box, you can get on streaming like a month or two after it comes out. So that really does kind of make the red box irrelevant. So I don't, I foresee all of those shutting down at some point. Maybe like 2 or 3 still stick around, but I don't think that'll have any kind of effect on physical media as a whole. It makes it less accessible, but the people that were, getting the red box movies and stuff, weren't really in the movie collecting market to begin with. So I don't think that really affects what we're doing and where we're at. But it sucks for, I guess, Redbox. They're out of business, but I don't know. Let's see. I never buy anything on credit or put myself in debt for my collection. If I can't buy cash, I don't buy. I have to be smart and have willpower. That's true, Joe. That's why you've been in this game for a long time, so you're seasoned. You know what it takes. You know what it takes. Best part about Criterions is you can pick them up whenever. Don't go out of print. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Was it 1984? I know the movie came out in 1985. I do not think there'll be 8K physical disc. I said this before. I think there might be a couple labels, boutique labels, that try 8K as like a very niche thing, but it's never going to go mainstream. You're never going to see 8K on the shelf next to 4K in Walmart. Like, that's not going to happen. I like the first Purge. I haven't seen The Stranger since it came out, so it's been 16 years since I've seen it. I remember liking it, but it was never a movie I felt like I needed to watch. I like Scream Factory still. It doesn't feel like they're having the best year. They definitely had a better year last year, but it's fun. Yeah, that's the biggest trap you can fall into, man, and I fall into it myself. But you just gotta have the mindset sometimes that it's okay to just let stuff go. Get the stuff you really care about, and some of the stuff it's okay. If you let it go, it's okay. And you can always get in it. You can always get everything at some point. It may cost you a little bit more, but you can get everything at some point. But no reason to go broke in the now, because you're worried about not being able to get it in the future. Just get the stuff you want now and worry about it later. How would I rank them? That sounds like a video or live stream um, that I need to work on. How would I rank them if their releases all cost the same? Okay, well that's a different kind of question. Then I'm just ranking like based on selection and quality. I guess Arrow would be number one. Kino would be number two. Vinegar Syndrome would be number three. Um, Scream Factory number four and Criterion five. I mean, I hate to put Criterion number five, but they just don't do as many titles I'm as interested in. So there you go. Nice. What's up, Nancy? I know. I like this shirt, but yeah, I did wear it on a video that probably went out recently. It has been washed since, but because of the nature of when I film my videos, sometimes I will jump back into the same shirt again for a live stream right before. Uh, Most comfortable blind buying from? Shit. Kino. Kino. Yeah, the funny thing is that I've got a shirt hanger, like a big shirt hanger in my closet over there that I put down here for the specific reason that when I batch shoot videos, like 3 or 4 in a setting, I change my shirt every video. And sometimes I just am too lazy to walk over there and change my shirt, and I'll just film 2 videos with the same shirt. But I did it for that specific reason. I don't think I've ever said that my entire life, Kevin. I love Tarantino. He's probably my favorite. If you're looking at like consistency of his filmography, I love every film that he's done. Not just like, but love. So like based on that, like he has to be my favorite because he doesn't even have a miss. Whereas like even Spielberg and Scorsese, which I love their movies, but they've got misses. Tarantino doesn't have a miss to me. You're probably right, Gary. You're probably right. I've heard good things about that all that money can buy caps. I might need to check that out. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. Well, luckily, horror cinema, I don't have to worry about that because I do have a partnership with Umbrella and I do get their stuff to showcase on the channel. So I should be getting that from them in October. But if I wasn't, that would be the one release I got from them because I love that first movie and I'm excited to watch the sequels. Nice, nice, nice. Diary of the Dead. I don't know if I have that in the collection. I might need to get that steel book to complete the Romero Dead collection because I think that might be the one I'm missing. I got Survival of the Dead because I got that at a Dollar Tree. Nice. That was $13. So glad you jumped on that. Uh, let's see. I know, man. That's the thing I got to think about. It's like I can't go full bore on all these sales because you got opera and that thing's going to be like $80 or something. I'm glad I got that $10 coupon to bring it down to 70, but geez. I'm just glad they didn't announce anything else I wanted. Like Severin, all the other titles at their opera was like it was like crickets or something. It was like opera. Look at this, Severin's on top of the world, and then it was like crickets. Nothing. Who cares? I'm sure there's good films in there. I'm sure those are some good films. I just, I haven't heard of most of them, all of them probably. Blue Velvet's a good movie. That's probably my favorite David Lynch movie that I've seen. I need to give Lost Highway a rewatch. I didn't love it the first time. I want to rewatch that 4K. Mulholland Drive, I watched the first 20 minutes and I just became so disinterested. I turned it off. Um, Dune, I think is fun for what it is. And I still got to watch Eraserhead and Elephant Man. I still got to watch that one. So there's a couple of big ones I have to check out from him. Nice. See, I wanted to put a $250 limit on myself. $250 limit. And that's it. So I've spent, I think, 65 on the Kino sale, and now I've spent 33. So I'm about at 100 for between Kino and Vinegar Syndrome. But I want to drop at least 100 on Criterion. So that brings me up to 200. So then I got 50 left to play with for Vinegar Syndrome. And I wanted to get some of those MVD sale titles as well. Arrow, I'm not even jumping into Arrow. I got enough of their stuff anyway. And most of that stuff I've got already. Yes, that's why I got it on the TV on the back, NT0. Kino, by far. Yeah, this Friday. I'm guessing it's coming this Friday. There's some good deals in there sometimes. Some good deals. Well, I don't think they're overrated. I just think they cater to their audience that likes the kind of stuff that they do. I actually think they put out some really great films this year. They really have. Like I think that Little Darlings is great. Like their first three in the cinematography line, all great films. Red Rock West, Going South, were all great. I need to check out Touch. What was the Western title they did? That was a really good movie with Dean Martin and Robert Mitchum. That was good. Phase 4 was okay. I wasn't a huge fan of that, but the Dr. Hitchcock was good. That was a good gothic horror film. So they've had some good stuff this year. They've had some good stuff, not just the schlocky like B-grade horror stuff. I don't think they're overrated. I think they're pretty appropriately rated. VS produced movie looks like a 70s horror type movie. I might have to look a little bit more into that. Yeah, for $13, yeah. Yep, Curse of the Screaming Dead. That was just too much value in that release. Prehistoric reptile. Reptilicus. I thought the same thing, man. I was like, oh, that cover art just does not sell me. I'm gonna get it, but I'm sure it might be a great movie, but it just did not sell me. I completely missed it when they went up on Zombie. Does anybody know a good place to order Purple Rain 4K Steelbook from? I don't know, man. I know it was on Zombie. Did they sell out? I think they did sell out. What's up, Mike? I've got an interview with Mega Mike dropping soon on the channel, maybe this weekend. So definitely check that out. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. We got over 200 in here, 206, 132 likes. Let's see if we can get it up to 150. 150. Yep, I still got my Rosemary's. My Rosemary's Baby was the first Criterion I ever bought. Ever bought. And it was at a Barnes and Noble, and it was during the sale month. I got it for 20, and then I got a movie called The Uninvited because it was $15 with the sale price. I don't know why it was a little bit less, but and that was my first Criterion purchase. They ain't they're flying off the shelves like Reptilicus is flying off of Vinegar Syndrome shelves. They don't have a counter, but they got plenty. They got plenty. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if your backlog is in order, which mine is not, so I'm never worried about having stuff to watch. If your backlog's in order and you've just been waiting for the sale because you want 10 movies that you're going to watch and you're excited to watch them, then go ham. Get what you want. Get what you can afford. Yeah, maybe they still have it. Oh, really? Train spotting. You're not missing out if you miss out on that packaging. I'll just say that I've got it up on the top of the shelf because it doesn't fit anywhere else. It's the only Criterion I got up there. Yeah, you're not missing out on anything great with the train spotting. Yeah, Mozart, he wants him to do the regular case. I forgot about the train spot when I did my video about great movies with terrible packaging. Well, I haven't seen Train Spotting, to be honest, but I know a lot of people love it. But I forgot about that one. Hillbilly Confidential. Any relation to the Hillbilly Hunter? See, well, that just goes back before I was really into Criterion, so I didn't know that. I did not know that Hillbilly Confidential. But it's not the norm though, right? Like it's not something that happens all the time. Sure, maybe Malcolm X one day will be a standard, but it'll be like, probably 10 years from now or something. Let's see, there's another one. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. But it's very unlikely. It does. I agree. When the hell are they going to announce freaking Kill Bill? There was something about it like a year ago. They haven't said nothing. I did not yet. I was going to grab it though in the sale. We should be supporting Criterion, not enforcing FOMO like Vincent and others. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I get that mindset. But I like cool packaging. So I like stuff that's limited. So I like the companies that put out stuff like that. Not in an insidious type of way. Not the way that Screen Factory sometimes does it, where they say something's limited and then it sells out and they're like, oh, we're going to make 800 more copies, which is good. I'm glad they did that, but that kind of defeats the purpose of saying something's limited because then it sells quicker and then you're going to do more copies when maybe they wouldn't have bought it to begin with if they would have known that you were going to do more copies. So that's not cool. But, I like the limited stuff. Like this right here, Kathy's Curse. It's limited. I don't know if the movie's great, but I like having value in the collection. So there you go. Does the slipcover light up? Does it not? Find out in my video, maybe tomorrow or maybe Friday, maybe Saturday. I don't know. I got a couple of videos queued up already to go off in the YouTubes. I'm done with MVD. I feel like they were blah movies, good prices, but don't care to buy their stuff anymore. The Invitation's a great movie. I didn't know MVD had The Invitation. Nice. Guys, I'm working my way through the chat. No offense, most of these movies look terrible. But they're $1.99. That's like shopping at the Dollar Tree going through the MVD sale. Oh, damn, Justin. You killing it, bud. You killing it. Oh, see, well, I didn't know Happy Phone Man. I did not know. Somebody reached out to me on Instagram. Maybe it was you, Happy Phone Man, and said that they worked on it. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm gonna get it. Yeah, they do have it up for pre-order. Oh, they wouldn't let you buy it? Well, that's weird. I get it. I get it. What's up, Nate? First time in the chat. Just curious on your thoughts about the Severn announcements. The creature, what the F is going on over there? So I mean, I just talked about it, but yeah, opera. That's the thing I'm looking forward to. Everything else is just noise at this point. You know, I'm not even focused on it. Opera. That's it. Now if they announce pieces, they still have one announcement left, I think. I'll get pieces. Oh, well, that's not good. I hope so, Christian. I hope so. I hope so at some point. I'm able to weasel them back into the schedule. Prime Day has to offer before buying anything. Luckily, the sales will still be going. Yep. Have you seen The Strangers Chapter 1? I have not. I did not hear that was great. Maybe I'll buy it when it comes out, but hopefully there's a place to stream it first. Yeah, that's my favorite because it's the best edition of Nightmare on Elm Street, and I've always loved Nightmare on Elm Street. Like that was the first. That was pretty much where I fell in love with horror was those movies. So those movies are very close to my heart. And I bought that. I didn't buy that that DVD set on eBay, you know, years later. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I bought that set in a Suncoast video back in 2004, 2005, whenever it came out. So I've had it since it came out. And it was one of the only DVD sets or DVDs that I kept when I purged all my DVDs back in 2015, 2016. So I've had that set since it came out, 20 years. It's very nostalgic. It makes sense it probably came out in 2004. That was the 20th anniversary. Very nostalgic for that franchise, those movies, that set. And until they do something bigger and better, which they probably won't at this point, I'm not holding my breath. Warner Brothers will put it out and it'll be some flimsy little package release like Rocky or something. And that's all we're going to get. But until they release something better, that's going to remain my favorite in the collection. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Are they showing glimpses of that? There's glimpses of the Nightmare on Elm Street 4K Steelbook. What's up, Scott? So glad you came on tonight. What is with Amazon? Prices are not going down. Sure hope Prime Days will get some sales on physical media. Amazon, look, they're weird right now, man. Like they put up pre-orders. The prices stay up on some stuff. Some stuff they'll come down appropriately, you know, a couple weeks before it comes out. But I've noticed it. I watch it all the time, guys. I pay attention to this stuff because I'm always talking about it every single week. But like a Lionsgate 4K will be like $50 until right 2 days before it comes out. Then it'll go down to $27 or whatever. So it's like they hold that price to right before it comes out, then they drop it. And then sometimes they don't drop it. Like with me and the Columbia Classics box set volume 4, I paid $230 for that thing. And I was thinking, all right, they're going to drop that. I pre-ordered it when it was first announced. I was like, they're going to drop that down. And I was basically playing chicken with Amazon. I was like, do I cancel my order? Do I keep it in? I was afraid it was going to sell out for some reason because it actually had some more notable titles in it. But of course it didn't. And I for damn sure am not going to be pre-ordering volume 5 because the title selection in that is a little bit more niche, I would say, than volume 4. So that one definitely won't sell out. But then what did they do 2 weeks later? Dropped it down to $140. And they did not refund me any money. So I paid $230 for it. A week later, they drop it down $90, $80, $90. And I just had to eat that. Now, I could have returned it and bought it again. I could have done that, but I didn't. I was just too lazy to do it, or didn't have the time to go out there and do it. But that happened. So it's weird. It's like you're like, okay, the price is going to drop, but then at the last second, it doesn't, or it does. I don't know, guys. I'm thinking about making some kind of a video on pricing and stuff and doing some comparisons and things like that to the older pricing. That may be coming soon. Maybe. But yeah, looks like that Quiet Place deal's back up. So the first 2 Quiet Place films in a set together are $14.49 on Amazon right now. So that's a good deal. I Know What You Did Last Summer on 4K still $13.95. That's a great 4K though. Highly recommend that 4K. Looks like they got more Criterions on Amazon. If you want to use Amazon for the Criterion sale, I know people are real funny about that. I post on my daily deals on my community tab, which if you're not following, definitely do so. I post the Criterion titles that are available, price match from Amazon, from Barnes & Noble, and I'm always getting comments, support Barnes & Noble. Why are you posting this, kid? Support Barnes. Guys, look, this is what I consider my job to be on here, to keep you guys informed on all the physical media releases, the prices, everywhere. I try to let you guys know the sale prices everywhere. I want you guys to have the full picture of what's going on. So if Amazon's price matching Barnes & Noble, yes, I'm going to promote that. And also, I've got the Amazon affiliate link. So if you use them, if you want to order from Amazon, you can support me in that way. But I'm by no means telling you that you should use Amazon. I'm just like telling you that that's an option, because I know some people don't want to order from Barnes & Noble. It's easier for them to order from Amazon. Maybe they have points or something. So I let people know that's available as well. I'm sorry. I apologize. But look, guys, Barnes & Noble sale, support Barnes & Noble during this time. That's what I'm going to try to do tomorrow. Go out to the actual store, because I like actually buying my physical media in store. So it's cool. That's one reason why the Barnes & Noble sale is cool, because I can actually go in the store and shop for physical media. And you really rarely can shop for boutique label stuff in stores. So that's always cool. Yep, very cool. What do you think about the recent announcements to get out of, or at least lessen their physical media footprint? That's all like overhyped. Like, I read the actual article on that, and apparently that just has to do with their recordable discs, the blank Blu-ray disc that people would use to put data on, So it's not. They're not going to be reducing the output of new releases. They're just not making blank recordable discs as much anymore. So that whole thing got blown out of proportion. Like, I saw articles that contradicted what another article said to try to make it more clickbaity, I guess. And maybe they just really thought that that's what the article meant. But I went back and read the article, the initial article, which came out of Japan, I think. And the article that based their information on that article did not translate some of the facts correctly. So whether that was intentional or it wasn't, what this initial article said was that they were not going to be printing recordable discs anymore, and that was going to cause the loss of jobs for 250 people in Japan, which is never good. But this by no means means that Sony is not going to be putting out new releases as much, or they're going to lessen what they've been putting out, their output as far as physical media. They're still going to be doing all that. They've got Disney now as well, so that stuff's still going to be happening. It's the recordable discs that they're not printing out as much of, because it makes sense. The demand for that's gone down, but the demand for physical media and what we do is still intact. So they're still going to be doing that. But yeah. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. I didn't remember what date it said. I am behind Ken, but yes, I am indeed behind Reptilicus. What's up, KB? Criterion, Kino, Camp Arrow. Who's getting your wallet this month? Kino, Criterion, Vinegar Syndrome. I'd say those are the three. Joel. Hell yeah, David. What's up, Jordo? Everybody's seeing Maxine. You sons of bitches. Damn it. I want to go to the movies. All you all suck. All you people that get to go to the movies all the time, you guys suck. You probably have a movie theater like 5 to 10 minutes away, I bet, too. You don't have to drive 40 minutes. I'm just kidding. I'm happy for you all. I'm happy. I'm glad it's probably my disc then. I don't know, but it was weird. You know, they lay down on the bed together, Ron Burgundy, Veronica Corningstone, and they start talking and kissing, and then the audio drops. No audio. And I got to toggle through to bring it back. It happened every time. I kept going back, and it kept happening. So I was like, what the hell is going on? No, Death Proof is fantastic, man. I love Death Proof. I love it. It's so good. So I do not consider that a miss. I love Death Proof. Now, is it his weakest film? Yes, I will admit that. But I still love it. I don't know if I haven't seen all of Scorsese. So I don't know if he has an outright miss for me. I'm trying to think. I mean, I didn't love The Irishman. I don't know if I'd call it a miss. They're all like capable films, but Spielberg definitely has a couple I could call out. The big the BFG. Does he have a couple? Oh, The Fabelmans. I was not a fan of The Fabelmans. I liked the last 5 minutes of it. I thought were good. But I wasn't a huge fan of that movie. I feel like he's got another big one that off the top of my head I cannot think of. Scorsese, I'm trying to think. I feel like there's one. I've seen a good amount of Scorsese. I've probably seen at least 15 to 20 Scorsese movies. Now there are Scorsese movies that I don't love, whereas I love all of Tarantino's movies. But yeah, I can't think of like a miss, like just a flat out miss movie that sucks. Maybe. Death Proof is great. I paid like $100 to import opera last year. You shouldn't have done that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we need Jackie Brown. Jackie Brown's freaking awesome. I love that movie. I'm putting a $2,000 limit this Oh shit. Vinegar Syndrome is my favorite boutique label. They're great. You know, I love Vinegar Syndrome. They're the one label that no matter what they put out every single month, I still get excited. Every single time they have announcements at the beginning of the month, like I still get excited. I can't believe that sold out. I really can't believe that sold out. I was meaning to reach out to my contact for Paramount and ask them if they were planning on putting that back in stock. I just can't believe that they let that sell out. Like, we should not be letting any physical media, like as far as like mainstream studio stuff, sell out. Like that just shouldn't be happening. Like if people want Chinatown, if the demand is that high, then print more freaking copies for that movie. Like that's just ridiculous. That is just ridiculous. That should not have been limited. So yeah, I hope it comes back. Now, if it doesn't come back and Paramount Presents, I'm sure they'll re-release it like standalone slipcover edition of Chinatown. I'm sure they will. They'll at least do that. Like Red Eye and Double Jeopardy's getting those. Yeah, I hear that, man. What's up, Jigsaw? Hello, Ken. I want to play a game. You must review the new Saul X Steelbook or you lose. Haha. Oh, yes, there will be double dipping. So I went to Walmart today. It's actually where I got the C4. But I had to get batteries because I got a new car about a month ago. But it's a newer car, like it's a 2021 or 2022, but it's still used. But the key fob that I got to start it, batteries were out. So I had to go get some batteries. But I did walk back to the physical media section and I saw 2 copies of that Saul X Steelbook, but it was $30. I was like, come on, guys, like $20, $25. Maybe I would have got it, but I'm not paying $30 for it. It's a nice Steelbook, and I do like the Saul Steelbooks, but I thought to myself, Ken, you didn't even really like that movie that much. And you're not a fan of the Saul franchise. So why do you need this Steelbook? And the answer was, I don't. And there's too many sales going on right now. So I walked away. That's what I did. Now, I feel like 2 years ago, I wouldn't have done that. I would have just bought that Saul Steelbook and I would have added it to the collection. But I showed strength and I showed restraint today for the Saul X Steelbook. And I feel good about that. I feel good about that. So I'm sorry, Jigsaw, though. I know you're a fan. Damn, man. Yes, 5-card stud. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah, I need to put that in one of my backlog challenges, which I just watched Cemetery Man on 4K and I watched Brain Scan. So I'm 2 movies into my current 10 movie batch. I just got distracted by all the new releases, so it took me a while to dive into them, but I have started. Yeah, it needs to. Damn, I can't believe that sold out. Blue Velvet's good. It's still weird. It's still a Lynch movie, and you can tell, but it's a good movie. It's probably his most coherent film, I would say, of the ones I've seen. What's up, Frank? Yeah, I gotta think it'll come back. I gotta think it'll come back. Vinegar Syndrome's restorations, like you cannot take anything away from that. Like they're fantastic. Like their stuff just looks so freaking good. Like they look the way I want all classic film restorations to look. And Arrow Video's got that going on too. Like they're like neck and neck for like who's the best. Screen Factory's been doing some great transfers as well, though. They got that nailed down. I feel like Screen Factory's got the 80s nailed down as far as the restorations. And Arrow and Vinegar Syndrome's got the 70s, 80s as well, but 70s and stuff. They do a really good job with those. 60s. I'd be fine with them keeping it simple if they kept their prices a little bit simpler. It doesn't have to be $35 if I'm just getting a freaking plastic case. Lower it down to 30, maybe. Oh yeah, that was top tier release. One of the best releases ever. I did that in the very beginning when I started collecting. But I didn't have as much. Like I just had a small shelf full of about 200. So I had a comedy section, sci-fi, horror, that kind of thing. I wouldn't do it now. Because then I would be mixing boutique labels because there's different genres and different labels. Like Kino and Criterion's got multiple genres. Screen Factory's mostly horror. Arrow Video's got multiple genres. So that would just be hard to do. It's when I started adding a lot of boutique stuff into the collection that I was like, I got to start grouping my stuff by boutiques. So yeah, it gets hard when you get so many different types of releases. But I do know people that they'll just put it straight alphabetical, and that's the way they do it. They'll mix everything together. It's like the people that get their food and they just get the fork and they mix it all together and they're just happy eating it, which I can be that way too with food. But with my physical media, I like the dividers. You know, one piece of food in every divider. That's the way I like to do my physical media. That's a little analogy for you. What? And yes, he is my sister, brother, uncle, dad, 2 times removed. What are y'all talking about? That is just in time. That is just in time. Yeah, I still need to get that. See, I'll put it in order, Vinegar Syndrome, when they announce enough stuff for me to complete like an order of 5 or 6. I'll add in the new cinematography, Invasion USA, you know, all that kind of stuff. It hasn't been a great year. There's still a lot of stuff I need to see. I don't know. I don't know. There's a bunch that I really liked, but I wouldn't say are perfect movies. I don't feel like I've seen that one movie that just I knew when I watched it. That's my favorite of the year. I would say Immaculate's in the conversation. Late Night with the Devil's in the conversation. I like Love Lies Bleeding quite a bit. The more I think about that movie, the more I like it. Um, so I'll say those 3. I'll say those 3. Okay. Oh, you're talking about my comment on Hillbilly Hunter. Yeah, they didn't. I went back there to look for the Forrest Gump Steelbook, and they didn't have that. They had the Cocaine Bear Steelbook, but not Forrest Gump. Yeah, I have not heard good things, so I'm not going to pay $30 for that 4K. I'll wait. You know, maybe it'll go on sale for like 17, and I can get it then. Um, or maybe I'll just wait till all 3 of them come out because there's 3 of them, right? I'll get whatever box set they put out of all 3 of them or release with all of them in it. I don't know if it came out in 99. Did it, Michelle? Did it really come out then? Did I get it in 1999? Well, if that's the case, then I did not buy it new because I don't think I got it till 2003, 2004. I don't think I would have got it in 1999. I gotta fact check you, Michelle, even though you're probably right. So Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Uh, let's see. I want some kind of wiki page. What does it say? The Nightmare on Elm Street collection is the first DVD collection set of the first 6 films. You know there's 7 films, right? Why does it say 6 films? This article doesn't even know how many films are in the frickin' Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Kidding me? Um, yeah, I don't even know how to go about looking for this. I don't know, Michelle. I don't think it came out in 99. I feel like it was later than that. I canceled my pre-order from Amazon for Ghoulies 2 4K. I found Ghoulies 2 4K on deep discount for 30. Yeah, man. I mean, right before it comes out, like it'll probably drop, but it's like you can't even take the chance. Yeah, you were lucky to get that. Yeah, I kind of want that. The more people were showing it off, but then I was like, am I actually going to watch those movies, the Bruce exploitation films? You guys, we're one like away from 150. If I can get one person hit the like button, then I will stay live until 2 a.m. I probably won't do that. Surprise Target don't have the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare Blu-ray in store. Well, Walmart had it. Walmart had it. I need to watch that too, James. I need to watch that too. Hell yeah, KB. KB gets it done. He's like, I got movies to watch. I'm fucking watching them. That's what KB does. And he just watches that shit. I wish I could be like that, KB. Have fun, though. Watch Jaws 3, The Revenge. Well, you probably got to wait till you get the 4K of that. I did pre-order my steelbooks, though, from Groove. $30 a piece on Groove. It's cheaper than Amazon as of right now. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get Jaws 3 and Jaws The Revenge. I'll probably do separate videos for both, and there'll be 50-minute deep dives into both films. I'm excited to talk about both those movies. Exactly. It's got freaking Kurt Russell as a fucking maniac. Like it's incredible. I love him in that movie. Oh my god. Do you prefer Death Press as version in the Grindhouse or independent movie? So I saw it in the theater. I remember I took my wife to see that movie, and she did not like the experience because it was over 4 hours, and I don't think she knew that going in. I like the experience of seeing them both in the theaters, but ever since, I'll be honest, like I have maybe watched Planet Terror, which I like Planet Terror. When I saw them both in the theaters, I like Planet Terror more than Death Proof, but Death Proof is the movie I return to more often now. So I'd rather just watch it independently instead of watching like the entire feature. I haven't seen Death Proof in probably, or I haven't seen Planet Terror in probably, I want to say 15 years, probably since the early 2010s. And I've watched Death Proof at least like 10 times since it comes out. Like I just find that movie very quick, easy watch, just digestible and fun, and I love it. Yeah, I do remember it being a little deep and methodical and depressing. I love Hook. I love it. I would never consider Hook Spielberg's miss. I would never consider Hook Spielberg's miss. Love it. Yeah, well, he's done 10 films already. He just doesn't count Kill Bill as 2, but he's done 10. Um, I've heard him talk. I listen to a lot of Tarantino interviews on YouTube and stuff, and just listening to him talk, like you can tell he's not fully committed to that. Even though he says he is, you can just tell he's not. Like I feel like he's going to do his 10th. He's going to go write a couple books, and he's going to come back and finish out his career with like maybe 2 more movies. So I don't think he'll be done. Well, it was sold out before Robert Town just passed away, like what, 2 days ago? So it was sold out before then. Oh, damn, you got that? You got that shit? Hey, Ken, love these types of videos that show you browsing online and chilling. Would easily watch them at one times too, not just during sales. Yeah, I like doing these kind of streams, man. I used to do them a lot more. I need to get back on the weekly schedule, you know. Okay, cool. I thought about it, Gary. I got to dive into those special features. I got to dive into those special features. But yeah, I thought about it. I'm gonna tell you what. I walked outside today, and it feels like a fucking giant with bad breath is breathing on me. Hot, bad breath is breathing on me my entire walk to my car. And then I get into my car after it's been sitting there in the parking lot all day for 9 hours in the heat, and I just die. I just die for like 2 minutes, and then I turn on the car and turn the AC up, and it takes a while for it to cool down. Well, probably about 2-3 minutes. And then I drive home. So yeah, it's rough. I'll say this. I believe in some ways climate change is a little overblown, but also it'd be hot as fuck outside. Like it's that ain't no joke. And I don't remember it being that way like 10-15 years ago. I remember it would get hot in the summertime, but like not like this. Like this is hot. And it was like approaching 100 degrees in June. I feel like it doesn't get that way around here until July. But in Kentucky, you got humidity that is awful. It makes it like 10 times worse. So, what are my thoughts on climate change? It's probably real, and we're probably all going to burn alive within the next 10 years. So, spend all your money on Blu-rays. Who cares? Who cares? Nice. I've heard a lot of people talk about that movie. I'm going to have to get the happiness and the sadness and review them together. They should. Like that's crazy. I did not think it was gonna sell out. And I felt like a jackass because I filmed that review. It was still available on Amazon. 2 days later, I put it up, it's sold out. And I'm telling people to buy it. And I'm like, well shit. Why did it sell out? Because that's the title people wanted, you know. They should have anticipated that. Um, let's see. I'll take your word for it, Michelle. I will take your word for it. Yeah, I still got to see Challengers. I still have to see Abigail. Like, I really want to see that. Yeah, people are confirming. I must have bought it later. There ain't no way I bought it in 1999 because I had to have been working when I bought it. I don't know, maybe not. I remember going to Suncoast a lot, like in 2000, 2001. Maybe I saved up my grass cutting money and bought it. But I remember going to Suncoast and buying it myself. How much was it? Do you remember? My memory is it was like 160 or something. Is that right? It wasn't 99. I know because I don't even think we had DVDs in my house until like 2000. But it could have been 2001, 2002 that I got it. But I thought I got it when it came out. I thought it came out like 2004. KB bought it day one in 99 too. Damn. Well, I didn't get it day one, but I did find it in store brand new. So it's got to count for something. Now, Gus is saying 2005. Who am I supposed to believe? That's a 6-year difference, guys. You better get your story straight, okay? We're going to figure this out. Well, hold on. Won't the set say it on there? Let's figure this out, okay? Nightmare on Elm Street set. Beautiful box set. Beautiful box set. Is there a date on here? 1999. There you go. That confirms it. 99, baby. Time means nothing anyway, though, right? Burkittsville Collection finally got Psycho 1960 on Blu-ray. About damn time. Did you get that shit on 4K? I'm just joking. What's up, Collector Movie Man? Oh, we watched that last night, man. Oh my god. That was good. That was so good. Yeah, the last 10 minutes with Rhaenyra. I don't want to spoil nothing. That show's so freaking good. I love it so much. I love Game of Thrones, but like House of the Dragon is just like epic. And they like showed the trailer for next week, and there's dragons flying everywhere. I can't wait. I love that show so much. Tarantino made Kill Bill as one movie, even though it was released as two. He said he didn't make a movie for Reservoir Dogs. Yeah, I know. Everybody says it's one movie because Tarantino says it's one movie. But my thing is I paid to see that. I paid to see two movies in the theaters. Okay, I paid to see Kill Bill in 2003, and I paid to see Kill Bill Volume 2 in 2004 in the theater. Saw them separately. They're two movies. Bought them separately on DVD too. Two movies. Two movies. Two movies. Thoughts on the Middle East. We just got to get out of there. That's my thoughts. We just got to get the hell out of there. Speaking of Kurt Russell, when's Big Trouble in Little China? Never, because it's owned by Disney and they suck ass. Ken, your thoughts on the economy? Not good. Not fucking good. Yeah, I mean, when I go from spending $150 a week at the grocery store to $250 a week at the grocery store in a matter of a year, it's not great, MP. That's all. That's what I base it on. Everything else seems to be steady, I guess. You know, my bills still feel the same, but them damn groceries, fuck. Really cutting into my Blu-ray funds. I know that. Let's see. Climate change is doable, not the end. We're all going to bake soon anyway, so go hog wild at those 4K sales. Moderation is for monks. That's what I said, Michelle. That's what I said. David had to go with Reptilicus. What's up, No Bad Movie? Thank you for being here. Look, guys, I got to get back into these sales. Oh, I made it to the end of the chat. Do you guys? Oh, we got 175 likes. Thank you all. Thank you all. Groceries are a bitch. You're right about that. You're right about that, Collective Movie Man. I feel all sorts of ways about global warming, the economy, and the Middle East. I don't get enough opportunity to talk about politics on this channel. Maybe I should get into that more. I have a lot of thoughts, as I'm sure all of you all do. My biggest thoughts is that we're all fucked. That's my biggest thought. Biggest takeaway, I see two old bastards debating each other. One doesn't even know where the fuck he's at. The other one just lies. I'm like, this is all we got. This is the best that this great nation has to offer. Let me just turn this off. Go do something else more productive. Yeah, I probably bought it. I probably bought it 2001, 2002. And I feel like Suncoast probably jacked up the prices. So it was probably like 160, 170 there. But let's jump into them. We got Kino, guys. Look, here's my strategy, and this is the strategy I recommend to all of you all out there. You put everything else on hold, and you go full full force into Kino Lorber because they're fantastic and their sales are great and they got good movies. Okay, you don't have to worry about the selection. These are all great films. I'm lying. I haven't seen them all. I'm sure Alien Outlaw is not great, but The Apartment is a great film on 4K. Look, I've already went through a lot of these, but you got Almost Summer, Blu-ray. I've heard that's really good. 2 Days in the Valley is fantastic. 12 Angry Men, that's a great set for $17.99 that has 2 movies in it. You got the remake in there as well. Like, just go for Kino Lorber, you know? But in all seriousness, this pretty much the same thing applies to Kino Lorber that applies to what I said about Criterion. The only difference is that some of Kino's slips are limited, but so you do have to watch out for that. If there's something that you really want with the slip, maybe get it now. But I'm going to go to 4K. What the hell is this? Zoltan, Hound of Dracula. Where did that come from? Is that a new Kino 4K that I didn't even know about? That comes out 9/10. That's the new pre-order, I guess. I didn't even see them announce this. Zoltan, Hound of Dracula, and aka Dracula's dog. I thought it was in the sale. Why are they bringing that up? I haven't even seen that announced yet. But anyway, Touch of Evil is $23.99. Still got the slip, but a lot of these don't have the slip. So, you know, a lot of these titles will be available. Here's the thing. There's 4 Kino sales a year. Get a few titles you want. Like I got 4. That's all I got. I just got 4 titles. I got 3 4Ks. I got 1 Blu-ray. And that was it. I was done. Spent $60 something. That's a good deal for me. I mean, you got 3 boutique 4Ks. You got 1 Blu-ray. $60 something. Not bad. Just get a few titles. And then in 3 months, we'll do it again. There'll be another sale. Then in 3 months, there'll be another sale. And then in 3 months, there'll be another sale. Kino Lorber's always got sales. You know, yeah, they rotate. Some of the same titles won't be available in the next sale, but a lot of them will. So, you know, you don't have to break the bank. You don't have to get everything all at once. You know, spread the wealth, get a few Kinos, get a few Criterions. You know, that's the strategy. That's the strategy. But, you know, if you don't care about the slipcovers, then it really doesn't matter at all. You know, it really doesn't matter at all. But let's jump into Arrow Video. I like these Arrow sales for the box sets. You know, I think they're good for the box sets. But if you don't have stuff like Tremors on 4K, then get Tremors on 4K for $25. It's well worth it. That is a great 4K, and it has great special features. The Warriors is one of the best of last year, but you're not going to get the box set with that. You're just going to get the case for $30. You know, which, you know, to be honest, I wish it was a little bit cheaper because you can get a Criterion 4K for 25. Like it should at least be 25. Donnie Darko is 20 on 4K. That's a good deal for Donnie Darko. 12 Monkeys is 20. Mallrats for some reason is 25. Weird Science is 25. You got a Hugo 25. That's not a box set, by the way. That's just a slipcover. But that's a good 4K. Now you can get the limited edition Blu-ray still of the Warriors for $30. Barbarella on 4K is $30. Silent Running on 4K is $25. Barbarella was fantastic. Like that was such a great release. Such a great release. Flash Gordon 4K, $25. Waterworld 4K, $25. Like there's some good stuff on here. But I like it for the box sets. Last House on the Left was a really good 4K edition. A lot of great features. It has both cuts, but I think just the theatrical was on 4K and the unrated was not. I think from memory. But they got Wild Things on here, guys. Django 4K. That's one of the best 4Ks I've ever done. But guys, if you did not get the Empire Screams box set, I think this is the dumbed down version with the smaller cases, but it's $40 and you still get some nice packaging and you get all 5 of these movies for $40. That's where the real value in this sale, I think, is when you get into those box sets. So $40. I recommend all these movies. All of them are super fun to me. So $40 for that Empire of Screams Arrow Video box set. That's definitely worth it. Scroll. Fear is the Key. That's $20. You know, usually it'd be like it was probably like $27.99 on Amazon. That's actually a pretty good movie. I enjoyed that. I'd have easier time recommending it for 15 than 20, but it was good. But I still need this Gothica Fantastico set, and that's $35. I feel like in their sales, like that's usually 50, so I might have to jump on that because I still need that. But Savage Guns, that is a great box set, and that is $50. That's still going to be the regular box set because that came out recently. If you like spaghetti westerns, Italian westerns, I know it's a specific style that not everybody's into, but I loved all those movies. I really did. They were all really good, and there's great features on every single disc. Commentaries, new interviews. So that's a great set. That is a fantastic set. So I would recommend that wholeheartedly. $50 for all 4 of those in that set. And that one usually sells out pretty quickly. I got Crimes of Passion in the last sale. The Giallo. Which Giallo box set do I need? I still need the blue one. So if the blue one's in here for $35, I might get that and Gothic Fantastico. I might have to just go ahead and jump on that and say, screw Criterion. No, I'm just kidding. I'll still get some Criterions. Al Pacino Cruising. The only reason I'd be reluctant to recommend that is I feel like maybe Arrow might do a 4K of that at some point. But that's such a great movie. Like, I just watched that for the first time last year. I freaking loved it. But True Romance Blu-ray box sets on here. Oh, I need the Sartana collection too. That's $30. Damn. Yeah, I don't think the 4Ks and the Blu-rays are that great of deals, but when you get into some of these box sets, those, like the box sets in this sale in particular, seem to be really great prices. $30. Like I feel like they're usually 50, but like $30 and $40, $35 for some of these box sets, that's really good. The white box set Giallo is $35. Do you got the blue? Give me the blue. This 4K of Carlito's Way is a fantastic set. That's $35, which is still probably a little overpriced, but still a great set. RoboCop's on here. Crimson Peak Blu-ray. Black Sunday was a good movie. That was good. My Stepmother is an Alien. That's classic. Dan Aykroyd, Kim Basinger. $17. The Years of Lead is $35. I do need to get the Baby at some point. I've heard some good things about that. Tremors 2's on here, $30 for the limited edition Blu-ray, not 4K. Cold War Creatures, I got that in the last sale. I need that white box set. Where's the white box? Vengeance Trail's on here, $35. Blood Money is probably my favorite of the Western box sets. I haven't seen that one yet. But this Weird Wisconsin set's on here. That's 8 movies for $40 in that set. Sergio Martino's $35. So a lot of these box sets are very affordably priced. Very affordably priced. But I'm still looking for that blue Giallo Essentials. Cannot find it. Cannot find it. Oh, what's the Shaw? The Shaw Scope's 90. It's usually like 90 on Amazon, though. That doesn't feel like a good deal. Lucas Moodysson collection, that's like 7 movies for $40 in that set. Loveless is on here. I need to get that at some point. That's a Catherine Bigelow film. Vamp. I just watched Vamp. I talked about that recently. That's a fun vampire movie. I could definitely recommend that. Very 80s. Eaten Alive. Eaten Alive. Edge of Sanity is really good. That's still $20 though. That girl on Season of the Witch, she looks like God, what is her name? I can't think of her damn name. Damn it. I gotta look it up. From Arrival. Amy Adams. Yeah. Every time I see the cover of Season of the Witch, I see Amy Adams in the raincoat. Microwave Massacre. White Fire. A lot of $17 Blu-rays. I'll give them credit for that because I feel like usually most of them are 20. This isn't a bad sale. I'd say this is one of Arrow's better sales that I've seen. So I was getting ready to shit on it and tell you all to avoid the Arrow sale and just go for Criterions and Kinos, but I can't. Like, this is honestly decent prices. I'm still looking for that blue box set, guys. I'm still scrolling. I'm going to scroll till I find it. Hopefully I didn't pass it up and I missed it and everybody in the chat's like, Ken, you already passed it up. What are you doing? We're almost to the end. They never, oh, there's the red one. They never have my damn blue one in stock. What is with the blue? No, I'm not seeing it. Let me look it up real quick. Maybe I missed it. I can find it. Giallo Essentials. It's sold out, but it was going for $40. Bullshit. Bullshit. All right, guys, look. 174 people in here. 174 people in here. We've been live for over 2 hours. I'm going to be wrapping it up pretty soon. Let's jump back up at the top. Hopefully I didn't get everybody talking about politics. Hopefully that didn't happen. I didn't mean what I said. Both candidates had merits. Okay. They're both great, fantastic leaders. So it'll be okay. Our country will be fine. That's the best we have to offer. And I love that. I love that. This country is not going to hell at all. Not at all. I heard Biden will kill this one. I'm definitely not voting for him then. Those are the issues I care about. Get up there and talk about the state of physical media. That's what I care about. They're not, damn it. They're great quality. What are you talking about? They're fantastic. Of course, it's not going to be the same as Vinegar Syndrome, you know, but. Oh, that's so good. Secret Admirer is freaking awesome. I love that. It was very good. What's up, AJ? All the way from the UK, where they don't have to worry about American politics because they got their own shit they're dealing with over there. Happy to have you here, AJ. Go check out AJ. But sometimes Kino films flicker on Panasonic players. I've never had that problem, but I don't have a Panasonic player. Oh my god, it doesn't? It's not worth it then. It probably sucks now. It doesn't have the slip. It's probably one of Chabby's worst movies now. Without the slip. Yeah, I hear that. Is anybody else like me that just have a really tough time upgrading Criterions? Because a lot of the Criterion Blu-rays I have look really freaking good. Like, like I haven't upgraded Blood Simple. It's like I don't feel like I need to. Yeah, I can't believe that either. That was like a 3-disc set, wasn't it? Oh, is that a good one? I do need the Long Riders. I need to jump back in there. All right, I'm up at my limit this month. It's 500. Nice. Yeah, I got it. I need to watch him. Well, if they didn't tickle you, man, then I wouldn't even jump in. You're right, Mo. I need to get up early tomorrow to hit that Barnes and Noble. Exactly, Michelle. I'll be happy about it. Hey, look, I'm happy to bury my head in the sand. You know, I don't. There's just no reason to pay attention. I used to a lot when I was like in my early to mid 20s, when I had more of my life ahead of me. I guess I was more concerned about the future, and then it just got me so upset. I was just upset and pissed off at everything and everybody all the time. And I was like, this just isn't worth it. Let me just find something to occupy myself to where I don't have to pay attention to this stupid shit. Oh, I didn't see that. That's a good deal. Brain Damage is fun. I like Frank Henenlotter. Uh-oh. Okay. We have to rely on Groove's eBay, Amazon stores can't get the best deals. Well, hell yeah. Look, guys, I'm done. I made to the end of the chat. I feel good about what we did here tonight. It was a good stream. I had well over 200 people in here for a large portion of the show. So that makes me happy and excited to continue future live streams on the channel, you know. So hopefully we can get one going again in a week, maybe. If I got to work the next day, I got to work the next day. I'll just pop on here for an hour and a half or so, and we'll chill and chat and hang out, and maybe I'll have some more topics to discuss, some physical media topics with you guys. But yeah, I miss this. I like just hanging out and saying whatever the hell I want. I told you things were going to get wild. They were going to get weird. And I feel like they did here tonight. And Chi-Town Bud wants me to watch Uncle Sam for the 4th. I will probably not watch Uncle Sam for the 4th. Twister is on the agenda. As well as a cool Blu-ray release I got in today, Masters of the Universe on Blu-ray. And I need to I'm going to take this immediately and go pop it in my player out there and see if it really is region B locked, because I don't believe that it is, because they sent out that special email, but I don't think it is. I don't believe them. I'm going to check. And as soon as I check, I'm going to let everybody know about that. So thank you all for watching, though. It is a perfect summer film. Twister is, honestly, it's a perfect anytime film. I just love that movie. You can't explain it. You can't predict it. Killing yourself won't bring your dad back. I know we died, but that was a long time ago. Fucking love that movie. But thank you all so much for watching this stream. If you haven't liked, hit the like button. We're almost at 200 likes, guys. Should I keep going until we hit 200? 158 people in here right now. Somebody hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button so we can get to 200. I probably won't wait, but let's hit 200. Hit the like button if you watch on the replay. Leave me a comment down below. What are you shopping for? I tried to lay out there what my strategy was. Maybe I didn't do a good job on that. But let me know what your strategy is. What are you focusing on this sale month? Let me know in the comments section below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And guys, look, I'll see you later.